G'day, I'm ET and welcome to the show. Well, this week I'm up the beautiful Capricorn coast and we're chasing these guys. The Nannygai, the Largemouth Nannygai. What an awesome fish. I'm up with a group of mates and we're having a fantastic time. There she goes. Well done. Good on you, Graham. Here we go. Woohoo!
Oh, need that net.
Before we get into the action, let's take a look around. As the first Ram road trip of my 25th season takes me to tropical Queensland to explore deep waters off the Capricorn coast. Well, it's a beautiful morning here at Keppel Bay Marina. Up in Queensland, I've got the lovely Sir T 7 metre here. Elysium, which is going to act as a liveaboard boat. A mate of mine, Dale, who runs the boat. We're about to embark on a 6-day journey. We're heading up the coast. On board Elysium with Dale is Master Chef and experienced angler, good mate Paul Breheny, who'll be fishing here for the first time. It's far from the first time out here for my compatriots Dean and Graham, though. They have both explored these waters for many years. Paul and Dean drop anchor on the northern lee side of a high headland, while we're out in open water, preparing to drop lines in for a Nannygai. All right, we're out in some good country, the 65 metre mark, and got this at the local Anaconda store. It's one of those super tough Taipan Shimano's. It's a 15 to 24 kilo. This 14,000 saltwater Stratic, really nice setup. But basically we've just saw that there was some really nice country down there. So if you can see that on your screen, make sure you stop. If you can see some bait above it or some big predators down there deep, well, make sure you send some baits down. Oh yeah. Oh, this is what we're after. Oh. You can see why you need to get heavy gear when you're chasing these guys. They really put a bend in that rod. Here we go. What do we got? What do we have here? Lovely little Nanny. There she is, beautiful Nanny to start the day. Yee-hoo!
Good on.
There we go. First fish. Very happy about that. They are a gorgeous fish, these nannies. Actually, this one looks pretty good. Pulled it from 60 metres of water, so doesn't look like it's got much barotrauma. Okay, so this is the rig. It's got a nice big snapper lead, just a dropper about a metre up. And what I'm going to do is go through this shell a couple of times, and then I'm going to come all the way back down. So that ties a bit of a knot on the top. And I'm just going to go right down here into the head. Tighten it up, and there we go. Got to have that barb really showing, so the fish will come in, crack. Yeah, got a good one.
Come on, better one.
Always good when you hook up. Tell me when you got colour and we'll get the net under him. All right, we've got a double hook up now, 2 of the boys. Can I get the third? Righto, look. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. All right, this is the baby we're after. Oh, get that net out. There she goes. Woo! Red Emperor.
Stuff.
Well done. Good on you, Graham.
That's a good fish.
Yeah, that's a good
he's
one.
Come off, actually. He's not hooked.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that, in the net. No net for Dean. He's not so lucky. An unwelcome guest has gate crashed the party.
No, at least he's small.
Dean and Graham have garmin marks galore along this stretch of coast. So if necessary, we can move away from the sharks. But more importantly, not overfish a particular reef section. This could be a good jig spot.
Any good?
Not sure what it is, but I'm thinking it's a fish, not a shark. There's some... You get an Nanny? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, Dino's on too. Good stuff.
That's Danny fish.
That's a quality
That
fish.
is a big hussar.
Yeah, nice one. Ooh, good bait, that one. Whew.
Fantastic.
Because there's so many nannies here, it's time for a sea change. Okay, got the Baku Shimano. It's going down. I'm gonna just let him jig around in front of some of these fish's faces and let's see if we can get one. I've changed outfits to a Talica 12 reel combined with a hefty Shimano Game Type J overhead rod. I'm hoping this is a winning combo. Just a little husk. Look at that. Good bait.
That's all ready. Nanny?
What are you calling for? Red? Oh, he's pulling a bit of drag.
Good red?
Good red? Right. Say when you want the net, mate. Right colour? Good work, Dino. Nice Nanny. Oh, good fish. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, next size up, Nanny. Well done. That's a cracker. Unfortunately for him. Unfortunately, a bit of barotrauma from these guys, eh? The barotrauma means this great fish is destined to become a great meal. Back aboard Elysium, Graham is giving Chef Paul a break from his onboard duties. He turns Dean's Nannygai into a great evening meal. Well, those Nannygai put up an enormous fight and they're beautiful on the table. If you want more fishing action like this, make sure you subscribe and tap the like button. Let's get back into the action. Well, what about this for an anchorage? Absolutely perfect. Picture paradise. Pearl Bay up here on the Capricorn coast of Queensland, and a whole range of islands just sitting in here protected from the southerly, which has just started to kick up a little bit. And there's Elysium in the background, and we're going to head out to the Nannygai ground and see if we can land a few more nice little nannies. As we head out, Dean is working the Garmin's overtime. There are fish galore down there. Hey, that's what you want to see on your Garmin.
Yeah, and we're trying to hold the spot.
The marine electronics these days are so important for your fishing. The other thing is making sure you know how to actually read what's down there. You need to know what terrain they're sort of working in, and these fish love those soft corals. Generally, it appears as you've got that red texture on the bottom. Chef and Elysium Chief Decky Paul has been released from his liveaboard duties and he's eager to strut his stuff on the surtees. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a bite here.
Like a decent fish there.
Yeah, a few head shakes, which is good. Come on, Nanny, that's what we want. A reasonable Nanny would be good. Come out to a little bit of rubble ground and some soft coral down there. Been able to see a few bait fish and a few bait schools. There we go. Looks like the right colour.
It is the right colour.
Woohoo!
Oh, need that net.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Woo! That's a nice one. They call them red Jew. Some of the locals up this way, but they're a largemouth Nannygai. Here we go, look at that. Woohoo! They are an impressive fish. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks, Dino. So in these conditions at the moment, we're just, we've got the boat just in gear. We're just pushing back onto the fish. You've got to be very careful sometimes about where you actually are fishing. You definitely don't want to be fishing in green zones, so that's of paramount importance. You can see the baits we're using. Cuttlefish, they are a ripper of a bait. What I want to do is go through this top part and through that main structure and go through the hole twice. That sort of locks her on, pull it right down, and then I like to finish up going down near the head. So rip around into the head. You're on? Good boy. And there we go. Full penetration there. Woohoo! Good on ya. Oh, nice, mate. Now he's got barotrauma, that one. You can see those eyeballs. Very difficult. Your job driving a minute ago was very. It's no walk in the park, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So you've got a green zone up ahead of us, which we don't want to go in at all, to the no-go zone. So,
Cod.
You got a cod. Nice. Watch that sinker. Woohoo! Oh, beautiful.
Use the sinker folder.
Yeah. Come on, Polly. Come on, wind, mate. That's it. You got to wind. Wind. Woohoo! Don't lug around. Don't give him slack. Oh, come on. That's it. Oh, that's a nice cod, mate.
Yeah.
Show him up to the camera. That's a beauty.
Beautiful. I'll just put him down.
And wind. Yeah, baby. Woo. Come on. Nice red.
We want some, red colour.
Sorry about the... oh, yeah. Look at that, baby. Woohoo! All right.
It's a lifetime, mate.
Woo. Good stuff. What's that finger, boy? Well done.
Well, moly.
He's a nice one, isn't he?
Okay.
Yeah. Good on you,
Absolutely
Polly.
stoked, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's a cracker.
No, that's just made my whole trip already. Wow. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a
You
beauty. Look at that, double whammy.
Double whammy.
Oh, look at that, eh? Rewards.
I was happy with that, but now I feel
Beautiful
like
cod.
a bridesmaid.
Yeah, they're a glorious fish, aren't they? A glorious ending to a glorious outing. Thanks Dean, Paul and Graham for the entertainment. And thanks to Dale and Elysium for their comfortable accommodation. Well, I hope you enjoyed that show. Plenty of action there, beautiful Nannygai, and they are just a fantastic tropical fish. We find them all the way from the Bunker Group down in southern Queensland, right around the whole country and down into Western Australia. So they are a prolific fish, a great sport fish, delicious eating. That's one of the great things, and unfortunately they don't handle the barotrauma too well. So often when you pull that fish up from deeper water, you might have some trouble putting that fish back in. So generally, if you keep half a dozen fish and you're in 50 metres of water and the barotrauma is affecting those fish, move on after you've got a few. The best baits for them, well, I love getting out there with some live baits. They always seem to work pretty well. Or if we go to dead baits, squid's fantastic. What we like to fish are the soft ferns and the soft corals. And often you're pulling some stuff up off the bottom and you go, wow, what is this stuff? It's all springy, and but those soft corals are a place that the Nannygai really call home. Now, of course, the wonky holes, that's always a place where you get the real big ones. If you happen to find a wonky hole, now by wonky hole we mean underneath the earth, we've got these rivers that used to run all the way out, but now they're all covered over. And every little spot along the way, every now and again, a little chute comes up, and fresh water is actually still working its way along these old riverbeds and popping up. So a little stream will come up, and over time it'll build up a little body of sort of sand or mud all the way around it. And what happens there is that the whole food chain sort of starts. So the little fish sort of gather The bigger fish eat the little fish, all the way through to some of those monster nannies. Sometimes you can get red emperor there as well, coral trout. You get a whole bunch of really quality fish, and again, you often just come across them. So always have your eyes on the sounder whenever you're travelling. You never know, and if you do happen to run over something, come back around, have a good look around that area, and it won't surprise you after a while. You'll find that that's a pretty good way of finding some new spots and new ground that hasn't been targeted or hit before. Great fun to catch on bait, but also great fun to catch on jigs. This one here is a 120, so working in a little bit of deeper water, but we've got the 80s in here as well. These ones are the Nomad design. Really cool lure. You know, but it doesn't matter so much what shape it is, as long as they're a little bit wider so they can actually flutter. These guys do really well. If you're not catching much on these, you know, it's always not a bad idea to just put a little bit of fish flesh on the hook. You can call it cheating if you like, but if it does allow you to hook up a fish, well, I reckon it's a smart move. As far as the rigs I use, you know, I'm generally looking at a whole range of heavy duty stuff, because these fish pull hard, and you want to be able to use a rod and reel that'll catch you a number of different species. Well, you have a look at this fella here. This is one that we've used plenty of times in the past. It's a taipan rod. We've got this Saragossa reel, 14,000. They seem to be absolutely perfect for bottom fishing from 50 metres all the way out to that 100 metre mark, easy, and great drag system on these. If we really want to have some fun, we can go to something like this extraction rod. And this one here in particular is it's a 50 pounder, so you know you've got a lot of power in this rod. It's going to bend like crazy, but you're going to have some fun catching your fish. And I've got this one here tied in with a lovely Stratic. This is a 14,000 XG Stratic. Just a beautiful reel. Really good drag system. And then this one here, well, the perfect jig stick is the Game Type J rod, and these are sort of the top of the line. I've got this Speedmaster 16.2 there, that's an absolute ripper. And you know, you can see how effortless it would be hooking up to a really nice fish, seeing this rod bend over, and wow, they really bend over, but the pressure's all on the fish. And the fish is only going one way with a setup like this, and that's up in the net. What we'll do now is a quick FG knot, and that's the knot that I prefer. It's super strong. All you got to do, the way I do it, is drop it in to say you got a bit of tension, and that's really important. So we'll just grab some 80 fluorocarbon, and we'll just measure out probably about almost 3 metres, because when you do your rigs, and if you do get cut off by sharks or by the fish itself, well, you'll have a bit more line. Generally, with an FG knot, you'll get your whole trace back. So you might lose your rig down the bottom, but you'll get that whole trace, which is fantastic. So, all right, it's just a underhand wrap like that, and then over the top. So we just virtually look how quick it is. It's a pretty quick knot this way, but you've got to have that tension. I want to make sure when I do tighten the knot, it all binds to the fluorocarbon as well. And that's about it right there. And there's the knot sitting there. Now, that looks fantastic, but if I wanted to go and try to catch a fish, it would come undone very quickly. We just grab a little device like this. One of my mates made these. Fantastic little device. And you just wrap it around the braid, pull that line super tight here. So that knot is going to tighten right up, and you're not going to cut your hand. So right in there like that. You can see the change even in the colour. It's really bitten into this fluorocarbon, and now she's ready to tie off. Now we're just going to do a little series of half hitches, and now we've got a beautiful knot. Just cut the braid off. Okay, you have one heck of a knot there that's not going to come undone. So there we go. FG knot, absolute ripper. With this 80 pound and above line, I just do a simple, basically, half hitches. 1, 2, 3. Pull it nice and tight. Now, I haven't had these knots bust off or come undone, so all right, there we go. So that's nice and simple. That's the sinker on the bottom. And now with nannies, as I said before, they rise up, so they don't just sit right on the bottom, but generally I'll come up about 5 foot, and I'll do another knot there. Now, exactly the same as the last one. It's a nice quick one, so if you have got to do something in a hurry, again, just half hitch over, 3 through, and let me tell you, between the drag system and this knot, it is not going to come undone, and that's super quick. It just takes no time at all. Now, I like to use pretty sharp hooks. If I'm going for J hooks, these Gamakatsu SL12s are just fabulous. All right, and with this one here, again, it's just a loop. We just go through and over, and the hook's just going to sit out there like that. You're going to have your bait bobbing around in the current. And there we go. That is as simple as it is. And that rig there catches me a lot of fish. Well, this is the way I like to rig up for my Nannygai. Hopefully these tips will help you catch a few as well.